Get ready for the action, because we are diving straight into the drama at the Catalan Grand Prix. Pedro Acosta is dropping some serious truth bombs about the recent race, questioning the decision to continue after chaos erupted. Acosta reveals his frustration, stating clearly that the third start wasn't necessary, especially with 2 riders already hospitalized, and he plans to take his concerns directly to the Safety Commission. This is the raw reaction from a star rider after a truly wild weekend. The human cost of putting riders through another attempt. And finally, a huge shakeup in the paddock. Alberto Puig is stepping into a major advisory role for Honda Racing Corporation starting in 2027. Discover how the 59-year-old Barcelona native will leverage his 4 decades of Grand Prix experience to shape Honda's future, guiding youth development and bolstering the entire 2-wheeled racing effort. Don't miss a single moment of this incredible action. Tune in now for all the latest MotoGP news. Pedro Acosta has publicly questioned the decision to continue the MotoGP Catalan Grand Prix following a series of major incidents in Barcelona, particularly after his own technical issue led to crashes and injuries. Heading into the race with aspirations for his first Premier Class victory, Acosta experienced a technical malfunction with his KTM while leading at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia. This issue triggered a chain reaction involving Alex Marquez and Fabio Di Giannantonio, resulting in a red flag. Marquez sustained serious injuries, being hospitalized with a broken right collarbone and a fracture of his C7 vertebrae. Chaos persisted after the restart with another multi-rider incident at Turn 1 involving Francesco Bagnaia, Luca Marini, and Johann Zarco, forcing further race stoppages. Although the race eventually reached the checkered flag, Acosta was unable to finish due to a collision with AI Augura on the final lap. Speaking to Speedweek, Acosta was reserved about the technical failure, stating, "I can't say what happened technically when my motorcycle stalled. Presumably, there was an electronics failure. It was too late to avoid it. I'm very sorry about what happened, but I couldn't prevent it." He suggested that the focus should remain on the riders who suffered the most, adding, "It seems that Johann and Alex had the biggest problems today, and I can only think of them right now." Acosta voiced his dissatisfaction with the continuation of the event, specifically criticizing the third race start. He stated, "Quite honestly, that wasn't necessary. I understand the show has to go on, but in my opinion, if 2 riders are already in the hospital, why do we have to start a third time?" Acosta confirmed his intention to escalate the matter, declaring, "I will definitely raise this with the Safety Commission. I have some experience in this paddock, and this isn't the first time I've seen this. Of course, there's a lot of adrenaline involved, but today I was part of the drama. It wasn't a good day." The incident has prompted broader questions regarding race officials' decisions following the multiple high-profile incidents. LCR Honda has released a significant update regarding MotoGP rider Johann Zarco following his recent crash at the 2026 Catalan Grand Prix. The team confirmed that Zarco is scheduled to undergo knee surgery in the coming weeks to address injuries sustained in the incident. The accident occurred at the first corner of the restarted race when Zarco became entangled with Pecco Bagnaia and Luca Marini, specifically getting his leg tangled with Bagnaia's Ducati. He was immediately taken to a hospital for evaluation before returning to France on Monday evening. In a detailed update, the LCR Honda team stated that Zarco visited Dr. Bertrand Sonnery-Catet in Lyon, a specialist orthopedic surgeon renowned for managing knee ligament injuries and sports trauma. Following a thorough examination, the team estimates that Zarco will need to wait several weeks before the surgery to allow initial trauma and other injuries to his knee to heal properly. A detailed recovery plan will be established post-surgery to determine a timeline for his return. The Castrol Honda LCR team remains in close contact with Zarco and will provide further updates as the date approaches. Due to this injury, Zarco will be absent from the upcoming Italian Grand Prix at Mugello at the end of the month, alongside the Hungarian Grand Prix the following week, with 3 more races scheduled before the mid-July summer break. In a separate interview with El Equipe, Zarco expressed regret over accepting the restart following the initial red flag for the Alex Marquez/Pedro Acosta incident. Marquez has since undergone surgery for several fractures and is focusing on his recovery, though no timeline has been provided for his return. KTM rider Pedro Acosta has voiced strong criticism regarding the decision to restart the Catalan Grand Prix for a 3rd time, citing the disastrous events of the previous attempts. The race was widely regarded as one of the worst spectacles in recent MotoGP history, marked by severe incidents across multiple restarts. During the initial race, Pedro Acosta experienced a technical issue on the back straight, leading to a high-speed collision with Alex Marquez. The ensuing crash was catastrophic, with Marquez becoming a passenger as his machine launched into the air, resulting in the rider appearing unconscious upon impact. Debris from the wrecked machine, including a tire, caused further accidents, including one involving Fabio Di Giannantonio, and ultimately led to a red flag. Following the first restart, a major collision occurred at Turn 1 involving Johann Zarco, Luca Marini, and Francesco Bagnaia. Zarco was among those who suffered the most severe injuries and was hospitalized. Despite these significant incidents, race decision-makers confirmed a second restart would proceed to allow for a 3rd attempt to complete the race. Acosta publicly questioned the necessity of a 3rd attempt. Speaking to TNT Sports, he stated, "I don't really think it's necessary after 2 red flags to go again for a 3rd try. For this, I think these things are not really necessary. At the end of the day, the show is important, but we are the ones that make the show. Like I say, it's not necessary to have a 3rd try of something that can go really bad." Aprilia's Jorge Martin echoed this sentiment, emphasizing the human cost of the repeated restarts. He noted, "I think that we have to think about the human side. At one point it was unnecessary to continue the Grand Prix, but the show must go on, and we don't decide. But seeing the ambulances on the track, seeing that people are fighting for their lives and we're still racing is not necessary." Alberto Puig is set to transition into a key advisory role for Honda Racing Corporation, effective in 2027, following nearly a decade as the team manager for Honda HRC's factory MotoGP team. In a press release from Honda HRC, the announcement confirms that the 59-year-old Barcelona native will leverage his 4 decades of Grand Prix racing experience in a new capacity within the organization. Puig, who took the helm of the factory team in 2018 and guided the squad to back-to-back Triple Crowns, will now assist Honda HRC management and staff across all of Honda's 2-wheeled racing activities. As an HRC advisor, his responsibilities will focus on shaping the organization's youth development programs and bolstering efforts in the MotoGP and World SBK championships. This involves supporting management and riders by assessing the overall landscape of Honda HRC's 2-wheeled endeavors. Reflecting on his extensive career, Puig stated, "I first stepped into the World Championship paddock in 1987, and since then I have been a racer, worked with young riders, a rider-manager and a team manager, always with Honda. During this time, I have experienced many moments, positive and negative, all of which have given me valuable knowledge on how to work with riders, people, and different situations. It's been a life of leading from the front, and now I feel my skills are best suited to look at the overall picture. I am looking forward to using my experience in this new opportunity to help Honda HRC, its riders, and its staff to grow and face all the challenges and successes which racing presents.